Welcome back to Tiger Hanger. This is Mike, and I'm coming at you with another video. This time I want to talk to you about the Toyworld Coneheads. And there's a lot going on with the Coneheads, and I know we've got Maketoys coming out with theirs. We already have Hasbro and their official versions, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to do some comparisons. I originally picked these things up because I just wanted to do a video about them and then maybe flip them. I got these from my friend Matt. If you did not watch Matt's video of his collection, I put that up on Saturday, so check that thing out. Really great collection. But once I got these in hand, I realized these are going to be for me. These are what I want. I didn't realize they were this good. I'm surprised. Now there's going to be pluses and minuses, and I'll let you know the minuses, I'll let you know the pluses, and we'll do a little bit of pictorial comparisons to what's coming out with Maketoys, and we'll also compare it to some other Transformers because the size is different. But first, let's get into the box. Okay, so all these boxes look about the same. They're big boxes. Big boxes. And come with some instruction sheets and, of course, the obligatory card. And this is kind of like Zeta type of packaging. Wait, didn't Zeta used to work for Toyworld? So is this really Zeta Coneheads? Think about that for a second. But pretty plain packaging aside from the picture on the front. There's some sort of a picture of a background, a futuristic city or something like that. 3 boxes of the same. Let's have a look at this guy first. He is, well, first off, I want to talk about the Heft. When you pick them up, you feel they're a much heavier than the Takara version, or even the Maketoys version. We'll do some comparisons of that here in a second. Here's the back of him, looking all good, and he is just smooth and clean. I mean, he looks good, and some of the things that I like about him, well, the color, the paint. I was surprised how much paint was on him. I know that the transformation's a bit of a bear, but yeah, this guy looks pretty good. Looking at some articulation issues, the way the transformation goes, there is no, this doesn't look like the head moves really. I mean, it looks like it's on a ball joint, but I can't get it to, you have to move the neck or whatever, and it looks kind of strange to get head rotation. So that's probably the biggest issue with them. Also, this guy doesn't have such a problem, but some of the other ones run into some issues with posing due to the wings and the way the wings are. So definitely, you got friction on that way and that way. Just look at all that paint, man. Look at that. That is just everything's painted on this thing. Even the white's painted. You can see that glisten. That's impressive. I like that. You know, I didn't used to care about that paint so much, but all the way out, up. And this thing here moves with it. That's cool. I didn't used to care about paint that much, but I see the difference that it makes in the increase in the presentation. And so, yeah, definitely good. One of the weak points is these feet that hold it up are kind of weak. So when you start manipulating it, they move up, and then it doesn't want to support it. So that's a small gripe. Once I get mine posed and put in place, I'm going to be pretty happy with it. So here he is next to the official Takara. The first thing you're going to notice is there is, I don't know, I think there's a little bit of paint on Takara. But which one presents better? Which one looks better? In your opinion, which one do you like better? I know I've heard two complaints that the Toyworlds are too big, because Toyworld's going in their own scale. And the other complaint I hear on Toyworld is the head sculpt. So I don't know. I think the head sculpt's okay. Maybe the Takara head sculpt does win. But to me, I like the size, I like the heft, and this guy is super lightweight compared to this guy. And he's kind of flimsy and wobbly, this guy. Well, he's got a little flims to him, but you have to know, I'm getting him used, and he's been transformed a couple times. But yeah, looks good. Here he is next to Megatron, and he is taller than Megatron. But I'm okay, because in my mind, the Coneheads are taller simply because of that cone on their head. But this may be too tall for you. You may like this look better where Megatron's towering over his Conehead. But I like bigger better. So there we go. Here he is next to Maketoys Starscream. Now, Maketoys Starscream looks good. Now, the Maketoys ones are good. They're not great. Now, this is an alternate head that I put on. I think it was an extra Skywarp I had that I popped his head off and put him on here. And so this is not the actual Maketoys head. With that, the head sits a little bit too far forward. Okay, so we don't really talk about that so much. This thing's painted really well. I think this is painted as well. I think that they're in the same ballpark paint-wise. What do you think that looks like? And next I want to show you what it looks like next to a KO oversized version of Starscream. Now I do have to say that he is nowhere near too big because he doesn't fit in with my KO oversize. If he fit in with my KO oversize, I'd be even more happy because, well, that's kind of the stuff I like. I like the KO oversize figures. Can't wait till we get into some oversized versions of the Coneheads for that collection, but maybe I don't even need those. But anyway, definitely not too big in my opinion. So the first one was called Combustor. This one's called Assault, and this is the one that I think the paint shines the most on. Just everywhere he looks good. Just the glistening paint from all this burgundy paint. The black paint really shines, and I know that a lot of times if you cast black plastic, it looks kind of dull and matte. And so the paint on that black plastic just really brings that out. And to have such dark colors that can be kind of muted, and I have to say, it doesn't look exactly like the cartoon, but I think it looks better. I mean, this is kind of that whole real world aesthetic with the line work and all that. I think it looks great. I don't really see why I would need to be in on the Maketoys after getting these. Now, and you guys can still pick these up at several places for about, eBay's got some on sale, like used for $80. You can get some, a new set for under $300. So easily, a brand new set for under $300. So definitely, I would suggest if you're in on Coneheads, these guys are good. If you can get past the face sculpt not being perfect, they're good enough for me. So this is the one I think that they're making right now for the Maketoys. And so with that, we'll do a little bit of a, well, since they're all about the same anyway, we'll do a bit of a Maketoys comparison. So looking at them side by side, obviously it's going to be shorter. We don't have really all the paint to compare to, but this guy doesn't have the double chest piece. So lacking that, it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. I know that we've always kind of looked at him with the one chest piece, and then the Sunbow has a smaller, I guess, air intake for the chest. Here's this guy. Here's looking at him on the back. I think I've got some stuff moved around on him, but yeah. Look at that paint. Look at it glisten. I didn't realize these were this glistening this well. Also, Igear. So I'll pop me up an Igear here. And Igear, I think, failed. They missed the mark. So let me know what you think. Are you in on? Are you going to be in on the rest of Takara? Are you in on these guys? Are you going to be on Takara? Are you going to be in on the Maketoys versions? Do you have these? Are you happy with them? Have you never seen these? Are you like me and thought they were on similar to the Igear ones? Let me know. Like, subscribe, and Titanium Hanger out.